Good morning YouTube, it's Dave here, back on your screens, although not where you'd expect me to be. Well, physically I am. I'm on Dartmoor, my natural habitat, but in the metaphysical sense, digitally, I'm not where I usually am. I'm on a new channel. I know what you're thinking, why is he going to start a new channel? The one he's got's none too great, and you may have a point, but I just thought I'd come up for a little circular walk up on the moor. Nothing fancy, just out to Oke Tor and around. And while I'm walking, I thought I'd explain my thought process to you guys. And if you've come over from the other channel, you're under no obligation to subscribe to this. It's just here if you fancy a little bit of extra Dave in your life. And if you've not come over from Dave Does Hiking, and this is your first time seeing one of my videos, then welcome. This is what I do. I hike, usually on Dartmoor. Not always in the rain, but sometimes in the rain. Did you like my parachute pants, by the way, that you saw in the opening shot of the video? My waterproof trousers from Mountain Warehouse. I bought them at the same time as I bought this Pack-a-Mac. They fold down really small and pack into a little drawstring bag. Got a bag for both of them in my backpack. This is my first time wearing the waterproof trousers actually. I've worn the jacket a few times, but yeah, first time wearing the trousers. I didn't realise how big they were going to be, but it's because you have to put them on over your boots, of course, so they have to be quite wide. Yeah, they are rather large, rather flappy in the wind as well, so they do look a little bit silly. I've also realised that I'm wearing them the wrong way round, because I thought, well, the pocket's this way, so you put your hand in there, makes sense. But it's not a pocket, it's just a hole in the trousers, so you can reach into the pocket of your actual trousers. And the label is on the front, but it started absolutely tipping it down with rain as soon as I got out of the car, so I was just rushing to put them on, and wasn't really paying attention. So yeah, idiot Dave's got them on back to front. What a great first impression for the new channel, eh? I'm just on the track leading up past Winter Tor at the moment. It'll come into view in a minute. There it is, Winter Tor. It's a gorgeous little tour actually. It's got lovely views down to the valley, and as small as it looks from this side, from down below it looks giant. But we're not going up there today. We're going to carry on following this trail all the way out to Oke Tor, which you might not be able to see it, but it's just poking up above the horizon in front of us, past where those cows are. So, why have I decided to start a new channel? Well, there's three reasons really, or three main reasons at least. Number one is probably the catalyst for this. This was when I first started thinking about it, and it was a little while ago. Myself and some friends, we went kayaking, and it was a lovely day. We just hired some kayaks, middle of summer, kayaking down the river. It was lovely, and I thought, right towards the end of it, I thought, I should have brought my GoPro. Could have filmed it. Would have made a good YouTube video. Not that anything particularly exciting happened, but it was just a nice day, you know. And it would have been nice to have that to look back on as like a memory, sitting on YouTube forever. And some of you might have enjoyed watching it as well. But I thought, well, I don't really have anywhere to upload it, because as much as Dave Does Hiking's my YouTube channel, I can upload what I want to it. I want to keep it as what it is, which is hiking, wild camping, budget gear reviews. That's all that channel is. That's all I do on that channel, and I want to keep it that way. So there's less, I don't know, less clutter, less other videos, less stuff that people might not be interested in. Because I know when I find like a hiking channel that I'm interested in, once they start doing completely different things to hiking. Things like, I don't know, road trips or something like that, like filming something that's completely different to hiking and that isn't hiking. I'm not interested in those videos, so I just skip over those videos, and that's fine, because I'll stay subscribed, because I know that they're going to put out some more hiking videos soon that I'll want to watch. But some people don't stay subscribed, some people just unsubscribe if they start seeing things they don't like. And it's also kind of just for me really, because I like the idea of having hiking, wild camping, budget gear reviews on one channel, and I can have a separate channel for doing a little bit of everything, kind of uploading whatever I fancy. Basically a channel that I don't care about as much, like a backup channel, the daily driver of channels, if you will. That's what this channel is going to be. You know, this isn't going to be about anything specific in particular, as much as it's called Dave Does More Hiking. Like, I'm not going to lie, most of the videos on here are probably going to be about hiking, which will bring me on to my other 2 reasons for creating a new channel as well, by the way. But yeah, a lot of what I do here is going to be about hiking, camping, that sort of thing. But I will just upload some random bits as well, every now and then. Something like if I go kayaking again, or you know, whatever else I might do. It might be nice just to have somewhere that I can upload any recordings I take of it. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason. That's what got me first thinking about starting a new channel in the first place. The second reason that I was thinking about starting a second YouTube channel is that there's a couple of ideas that I've got for videos which, if I make them, are probably gonna, once they're edited and everything, are gonna end up being kind of 5 to 10 minutes long. But I think they're good hikes, and I think they're videos that people would enjoy and might find useful, actually. Certainly one of them might be very useful to people, but they're just not really going to fit in with my other videos on the channel. I thought of maybe like just doing them as an extra video, just chucking it out midweek or something like that, just so it's kind of a bonus video rather than the main video of the week for that week. But I don't know, I just don't think they'll sit very well within kind of the video log, if you like. And again, kind of similar to not wanting to have something that's not about hiking, wild camping, budget gear reviews on there. It's also not wanting to have, you know, a bunch of kind of 20 to 30 minute videos and then just slapped right in the middle there's a random hike that's like 5 minutes long. It's different if it's like a gear review that's 10-15 minutes long, something like that, because they are just shorter by the nature of what they are. But if it's a hike, you know, I want it to kind of fit in with my other hikes. Getting windy again up here now. Now we're right up on top of the ridge. We passed little Oke Tor back there, and we're almost at Oke Tor now. This was the exact site of my first ever wild camp. I pitched right here, right on this bit of ground, sheltered by these rocks because the wind was coming from that way, and with the door facing that way. And there were some gorgeous views, as you can see. I'll put a link to that video, which you can find on my main channel, Dave Does Hiking, in the description, and I'll probably put it up here as well somewhere. Maybe a thumbnail of it is appearing on the screen as we speak. But yeah, this is Oke Tor. The wind's picked up again though. I'm gonna get back into the shelter behind the rocks because the wind's coming from this way again today. Oh, it's windy there. Getting whacked in the face by my strap. Oh yeah, just up through that gap, it's just funneling the wind up the side of the Tor and into my face. And then I get over here, it's nice and calm again because we're sheltered. So my third reason for wanting to start a new channel is definitely the most YouTube centric reason for wanting to start one, and that's just to kind of experiment and try new things. I want to try different ways of making videos, whether that be the actual filming of the video when I'm up here on the moor, or whether that's the editing of the video when I'm back at home. Just try new things really, just play around with it and see what works and what doesn't. And that's what the whole of my YouTube journey so far has been about, because I'd never done any YouTube at all. I'd never done any kind of media at all really before starting the Dave Does Hiking YouTube channel. And everything was just trial and error. You know, I had no idea how to film a hiking video. I didn't know what shots would look good and what shots would look bad, what would come out nice and what wouldn't. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know, well, anything about the editing software or anything like that. I didn't know anything about uploading to YouTube. So it was all trial and error. And I feel like I've now got to the point in my channel where I'm quite set in my ways, because I just do the same thing every time now, and I do similar things every time. And I've tried some new things recently. I've tried the microphones for gear reviews. I've tried doing a couple more gear reviews than I've done in the past, and I've tried doing them in a different way, actually doing them outside on the moor, which I think is a lot better than doing it sat at home, you know, in my living room or in my dining room. Yeah, I just wanted a little bit more freedom to kind of experiment and try anything, try big new ideas or small new ideas, kind of anything really that's not on my main channel. I don't care too much about views on my main channel, but it hurts more when I post a video that I don't think is very good. Like, I don't think the views are that bad. The Exmoor video is a perfect example. The Exmoor video got almost no views at all because I don't think YouTube was pushing it out at all for whatever reason. Maybe Exmoor is just not as popular as Dartmoor, but YouTube didn't seem to push that out at all. It was basically all subscribers that viewed that video. But at the same time, I look at that and think, oh, I think it's a great video. I really enjoyed making it, even though I was a bit ill, and even though I did get a little bit lost. I really enjoyed the editing process of it, and I think kind of when I look back on it, I still think it's a good video, so it doesn't bother me too much that it hasn't got as many views. What would bother me more is if I tried a completely new idea, it didn't work very well, and then I'm sat there in the editing thinking, well, this isn't good, and I've uploaded a video to the YouTube channel, no matter how well it does, that isn't well edited, doesn't look very good, and just generally isn't a great video. That's what hurts more. So that's what I want to do with this channel. I can just kind of mess about, do whatever I want. I've got free reign. Not that I don't have free reign on my other channel, because it's my channel, so I can do what I like with it. But I can also start a new channel if I like, and that's what I've done. The rain's picked up now, so I've come down off of the summit, and I'm gonna follow this trail down to the military road under East Mill Tor in front of us there, and then I'm gonna follow it all the way back up to my car. I'm parked just down the bottom of the valley on the near side of Houstock Hill. Well, that happened. A road. Let's go. Smooth sailing from here. But it should be anyway, even if it is all uphill, or mostly uphill. Uphill to Oke Tor and then downhill to the car. But this is where we've walked today. Oke Tor back there. We followed the trail down from it onto this road. And then we walked all along that ridge line going back there. Underneath Bellstone Tor, which is the tallest one over there. We walked next to Winter Tor, which is that little one kind of jutting out the side of the hill. And you can see how much more impressive it does look from this side. That was the one that we walked past. I said it looked better from down below. So we're almost done with today's video, but I do just want to set some expectations with you guys if you are coming over from the Dave Does Hiking channel, which I would greatly appreciate, but you're under no obligation to do it. There's no expectation from me that anyone's going to subscribe to this channel, because this channel is essentially me experimenting and playing around with different concepts, seeing what works and what doesn't. So because of that, expectations, you're going to see some very different videos to what I do on Dave Does Hiking. You're going to see some similar ones as well. Like I say, hiking, I mean, today's been very similar, filmed in the same way, but we'll be trying out different concepts, different video ideas. Some of them will be similar, some of them won't. They're going to be edited in a different style, or some of them will be edited in a different style. Some will be filmed differently, some will be edited differently, some of them will just be almost unrecognizable as a Dave Does Hiking video. They will probably almost all be shorter than the regular videos on Dave Does Hiking. Usually they're around kind of 20 to 25 minutes, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter if it's a gear review. These videos are probably all going to be shorter. I'm thinking kind of 5, 10, 15 minute long videos, depending on what's being covered. They're not going to look maybe as polished or as well edited, and there's not going to be as much kind of music in the background and things like that. It's going to be just kind of like easier going, I would say, just in general. The hikes are probably going to be shorter on average, the videos are going to be shorter on average, and the edits are going to be just easier, something that I can get out quickly, and the videos won't be as consistent. I said when I came back to Dave Does Hiking I was going to do one video every 2 weeks, or fortnightly videos, but that I'd try and get videos out once a week when I could. Most weeks I've been able to get one out once a week. Every now and then it's gone to 2 weeks, but it's never gone beyond 2 weeks. This I'm making no promises. You might get 2 or 3 videos 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and then I don't know, it might go a month without me filming another one. So it's really just a channel that's here for me to experiment, play around with things, see what works and what doesn't, and yeah, just see how things go really. And any concepts that work really well on this channel I might bring over to the Dave Does Hiking channel. You know, if there's a video that everyone really loves, I might do something similar on the main channel. But that's what it's here for really, just seeing what works and what doesn't, playing around, just having a bit of fun with it really. So yeah, if you want to see that, subscribe. I've got a couple of ideas for little series, something like that I could do, and one of them might actually be a big series, but I just think the individual videos are all going to be quite short, so they don't quite fit in with the Dave Does Hiking channel, but it will still be hiking. I might give that a go, I might not, but I'm not telling you what it is yet. So yeah, if you do want to subscribe and stick around, please do. If you don't worry about it. This channel is more just me messing around than anything else. But yeah, thank you very much for watching guys. I'll see you again soon for another adventure. Cheers.